right, hi, I'm Mark Manor. I'm with Homer's Music, and we talk about new releases, usually vinyl. If you like what you're seeing on this, we talk about it every week. Just hit that subscribe button. I'm going to start off with a CD this week, although the vinyl comes out tomorrow. This is Courtney Barnett, and the album is called Things Take Time, Take Time. And our vinyl's running late. It is out tomorrow, so I have to do the CD. I did get a chance to listen to this a couple times today. Courtney Barnett, if you're not familiar, she's from Australia. This is her third full-length album, although she has a ton of EPs out, another album out with Kurt Vile and some other stuff. So she's definitely been around, has a lot of stuff out. This record was recorded during lockdown in Australia. I'm assuming, I haven't done a lot of research on it, but it's a little bit more laid back than her previous stuff, although she always has kind of that laid back sound and some slacker sound, but she also has a couple rock songs on there. She's a phenomenal guitar player, and so it's kind of missing maybe those one or two rock songs, but otherwise it sounds just like Courtney Barnett, and it's really actually a fantastic album. It has her kind of observational weirdo songwriting that we all love, and so highly recommend that. Next up, Idols. This is their fourth album, kind of British post-punk. Probably one of my favorite bands the last decade, a lot of people's favorite bands of the last decade. There's an anger to them, there's an urgency to them. They're just, they kind of yell at you a lot. But this record sees them branching out a little bit. There's a little bit more of a, I don't know, there's a few mellower songs where he's not yelling at you, but he's kind of singing. And when he does that, it kind of reminds me of the Afghan Wigs a little bit, kind of, but not, he doesn't have Greg Dooley's soulful voice, but it just has that vigor to it. But then, don't worry, there's plenty of songs on here that he's just yelling at you and rocking out. There's one song on here, the second song called The Wheel, where he sings about, tell me hallelujah and things like that. And it would be just a phenomenal live song, as would The New Sensation on here is another one that I've never seen them live, but when I do, and it will happen hopefully this year, those are two songs that I think will just get the crowds going. The whole record's fantastic. It's a must listen. Omaha artist Matt Whipkey has a new album out called Hard. I'm a big follower of Matt Whipkey. This record, he got married and then divorced pretty quick, and so this album's about that. It's he's an Americana artist. But this is kind of a rock album. He does a few little swerves on here. Has a little bit more, some different kind of instrumentation that he's used to. It is up on Spotify if you want to take a listen, or else you can probably find him on Bandcamp as well. Damon Albarn. He is from Gorillaz and Blur. So if you're old like me, you know him from Blur. If you're younger, you know him as one of the animated characters in Gorillaz and kind of the main, the British vocal singer guy in that. This is neither of those bands. This is his solo stuff. He's being a little bit more, he's being a lot more serious on this. It's kind of like some of the soundtrack work he's done. It's kind of a hard listen, but in a good way. So if you're a Gorillaz fan or a Blur fan and you're expecting this really super fun record or great pop songs, not here. So, but if you want to get deep into what Damon's doing kind of on this project, take a listen to it. Again, you want to sit down with it. It's not something that you're going to pop in and out of. So, all right, here it is. This is the 30th anniversary of Nirvana's Nevermind. Us at the indie record stores, we ordered a lot of these. We didn't get very many, so they're going to be gone at many of your indie record stores. Now, I did check Amazon a couple days ago. You can still pre-order it on there, so I think Amazon got a lot of them. I don't know if you can today, but if you can find one, go for it. The only real difference between this is that it has a 7-inch and it's a gatefold record. So There's also a CD box set that came out tomorrow. Those are going to be a little bit easier to find. Yeah, so if you're a Nirvana fan, get going now. Try to find it fast because there's not a lot out there. And last but not least, Dave Gahan from Depeche Mode has a new album out. This is his third solo record. I put it on today and I was kind of like waiting for a, Dave Gahan from Depeche Mode solo record. And then the first song I heard I recognized. I started looking at it and I'm like, oh, it's a covers record. So if you know me, I don't mind covers records, but there's been way too many. Like everybody had a whole year last year to write songs and then they're putting out covers albums. So I don't get it. But anyway, so if you ever wanted to hear Depeche Mode or Dave Gahan from Depeche Mode do Always on My Mind, Smile, the Charlie Chaplin tune, Cat Power tune, then here you go. He does this cover of Bob Dylan's Not Dark Yet on here though, and it is kick ass. So go search that out at the very least, although the whole record sounds pretty good. So that's what I have for this week. We'll see you next week.